I just have to sit here and listen to that song whenever I hear it. He's playing. Continues playing. Who has come back in here? Had that label there this whole time.
Find anything else out here?
This woman says she saw that kid who worked for Runciter hanging around with a big fat guy last week.
Can you think of anything they might have been after?
First I thought they wanted money, but I don't keep any in the shop. Then I thought they wanted to steal my animals, but they started executing them.
Could they have been replicants?
Who else would be capable of such barbaric acts?
You ever do any business with the replicant manufacturers, Tyrell Corporation?
Oh, we're gonna call him out.
Just wondering.
Officer, last May I personally sold Governor Colby an exquisite Bergeron coat. I have been a guest at his house on 3 separate occasions. Do I look like I need to carry artificial product? All my animals.
Tell me about this Lucy.
There's not a lot I can tell you. She's only worked for me for a short while. She's about 14 years old with pink hair. A very attractive young thing.
14?
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone. And he's a very reputable wholesaler.
You treat her well?
As well as any young tot should be treated.
She got a desk? Or someplace where she worked?
She used to eat over there.
What was he doing to this 14-year-old replicant?
Howie Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there myself.
A toy dog. Well, isn't that cute?
Monkeys. I think that's all. Looks like we're going to Chinatown.
See if you can dig up that reference from Ogilvy's.
Yes, it's somewhere here. Just a moment. Here you are. I'm ruined.
Thank you.
Totally ruined.
You must have to have a lot of objects later in the game if we're filtering them out here.
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone.
Howie Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there myself.
I feel like I'm not saying much, but I'm soaking in a lot of this. Very cool. This is the
Real sushi was a luxury reserved only for the elite, since most sea life had become radioactive after the Third Terran War. The rest of us had to eat new sushi, soya mixed with off-world lichen.
sounds pretty good to me. You know, even though this is a dystopia, it's like, am I kind of weird for thinking this would be really cool? Maybe that's just
McCoy, LPD.
I think it would be really cool to live in a world like this. Then again, maybe the people who live in a world like this would think living in our world would be really cool.
LPD. I want to ask you a couple of questions.
Sorry, my man. I just don't got the time.
Got to mix more out back.
Yeah? See about that. Wait, was that a hint to go back?
Howie says you're a master chef.
You not come back here. Air bad.
This'll only take a minute. I'm looking for a girl, about 14 years old with pink hair. You seen her?
I don't know her.
Wanna give me some Chinese food?
Stick around. I might want to talk to you later.
We'll come back with more evidence. What does this guy have to say?
Beautiful night, isn't it?
When business thriving, night always beautiful.
You're a pretty smart-looking cat. Want to make some money?
Pay me large, you got my rapt attention.
Depends on how much the information's worth.
Unfortunately, my man, I got a boat. Dynamite dining, old man. Catch you later.
Excuse me, pal.
Can't follow him. Here we go.
What's real fresh tonight?
Special shipment of Toro just arrived. I fix you right up. No one else. Clean as a whistle.
Turtle.
Good friends, Howie. How long has that chef worked for you?
Zubin? Just month. Superior chef. Makes all kinds of new suits.
This from your place, isn't it?
Could be. Chopstick come from Yoshi's restaurant supply.
See you later, Howie.
With these point and click games,
Ray
it's a lot of
Rep D-Tech.
running around, pointing and clicking until you get the right thing.
There's a test I'd like you to take. It won't take too long.
Ooh, I think he's a replicant.
What kind of test?
Kind of a personality test. Totally routine.
Routine?
Uh-oh. Clee doesn't like routine. Where'd you go? Could have shot him there, but
A big guy run past here?
Hey, maybe spare some ginion?
Sorry, pal. All I got are hundreds.
Hey, that'd work.
so I could have shot him there.
Hey, Pop. Nothing even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was going to root through trash, my expectations weren't too high.
Okay, this looks like somewhere an android would hide. You hear the sound of the rain on the roof.
Yuck. Totally uninteresting.
So he's here somewhere.
Totally uninteresting.
Setting the scene very nicely.
Locked. Locked.
He's somewhere here.
Locked.
Let's see if we can report in.
Bryant go on permanent leave and you get full use of the office, Lieutenant?
You know the procedure. Dump it all in the mainframe upstairs and I'll read it later.
You got it.
Need to go to the mainframe.
26%, according to the latest figures from the Department of Justice. Governor Kolvig attributed the
I haven't been in
change
here
to
before. I missed this room last time.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
Okay, so now what? Okay, so they're all cleared out now. That means we've made some progress in the game at least. Look at the reflections, that's nice. So I get the feeling that this part is completed. Who's that? I thought that was the guy.
Rumor has it you've been earning your stripes, McCoy.
Is that who I think it is?
Working on it.
Keep it up. You just might have a future in this business.
I understand it's got a hell of a retirement plan.
You VK the mark before retirement?
Didn't have to.
That's why they call it the magic.
I'm starting to understand.
You ever retire a human, your career is over. Remember that. I checked with UN Air. Looks your rep swung that moonbus massacre last month.
They ever find the moon bus?
Disappeared into thin air. Bryant thinks it crashed out in the Kipple.
How many reps we talking about?
Enough. They're Nexus 6s. So don't take too much slack.
Gotcha.
So, that was crazy. The chef who ran away just ran at me on the roof. I had the option to talk to him, but I thought it was going to kill me, so
Yuck.
I shot him.
Yuck.
That's all you have to say about it.
Your floor number, please.
I'm assuming he was going to kill me.
McCoy, 88F.
88. Thank you.
I'm a Blade Runner though, that's what I was supposed to do.
Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
think I need a photo of Lucy. So you don't have a photo of Lucy because her face is obscured. Oh wait.
Hello there, Lucy. Give me a hard copy of that.
That was weird. The photo changed angle. I really like the way it changes the exposure of the photo when you get closer in. That's a really nice effect. That's one more piece of evidence we have. Wait, I just had an idea.
Run sitter crime scene.
I thought so.
A black ground car. Looks like it's been around the block a few times. Give me a hard copy of that.
Run sitter crime scene. Your floor number, please.
Apartments. Roof.
Let's see if Howie recognizes her.
Bryant go on permanent leave and you get full use of the office, Lieutenant?
You'd be amazed at how accommodating a man can be after his hemorrhoids get landed. You really been surprising the troops around here, kid. Gaff says you worked at retirement like a champ.
Just doing the job.
Yeah, well, don't get too cocky. Those sixes can be damn unpredictable.
That I know.
But I'm proud of you, McCoy. Why don't you take the rest of the day off?
Thanks.
Payments is wiring the advance to your account as we speak.
How much?
Couple hundred chinion. Enough to buy a sandwich or two. We gotta hold back the rest until the lab does the autopsy. Paperwork, you know. Shouldn't take more than a couple of days.
So the check's in the mail.
Hey, don't worry. The boys upstairs want to keep our best and brightest happy. Any idea what you want to spend it on?
I was thinking maybe a companion for my animal at home.
Forget that. Buy yourself something nice. Once you start carving up that juicy bacon, kid, the taste never goes away. The great things in life, believe me, you'll just be wanting more and more.
So we've completed our first assignment. Wondering if you could have done it another way. Like not kill the replicant. Because earlier on I had the option to kill that homeless man. So I'm wondering if there's multiple choices and outcomes in this game. If we're off for the rest of the day, I guess we can go home.
Who's the best dog in the whole world?
There's like music again. He was going straight for the balcony this time.
Zubin was the first Nexus 6 I'd come up against. There was something in his eyes, an almost primordial desire to live. Most of the 3s, 4s, and 5s I'd seen would just give up when you had them. But these 6s, they were a whole other breed.
So Zubin wanted to live.
Portrait of the sleep-deprived.
Got your delivery here, man.
What is this?
Kingston Kitchen.
Oh, yes, right. Hold on.
Is this what the gravity be like on Mars?
Oh, no. It's about a third of what we got here on Terra. Real comfy. How about turning that dial, okay? When I say... Oh!
Please, can you control your rat?
I'll have you know that Ricky's a purebred chihuahua.
Don't hurt the dog.
Totally real.
Things going good at Tyrell Corporation?
Boring. Old man Tyrell's been on a Wagner kick lately. He never shuts up.
Wagner?
Also do outside work.
Sweetie, I never go outside. It's bad for the glands.
How about Nexus 6? You know a lot about them?
I think you should be going now.
Understand good if it holds deep meaning for me now. Where be your research on Nexus 6? I need test studies, contacts, the works.
Only simulator. Expert. Terrestrial gravity.
1 more minute, you'll be swallowing this explosive. 3 more minutes, they be hosing you off the True Light building across town.
Oh, I swear. I don't have anything. If I did, I'd give it to you.
My people sick and dying. You tell me something.
Talk to Dr. Tyrell.
Tell me something I don't know.
The organ designers. Mirage, Hannibal Chu, Luther and Lance. They're closer to him than I am.
Where?
DNA Row. They're all working down on DNA Row.
You one miserable package, man.
No, please, don't.
Pick up.
Hope you aren't camped out there with a bottle of tequila.
Very funny.
Early bird slays the worm, McCoy.
Don't worry. I'm up, Lieutenant. What's the buzz?
One of Tyrell's employees got his fat face splattered all over the marble interior of the Tyrell building.
Inside?
That's right. But we also got a sweet little break on it. Tyrell's surveillance system recorded the whole shebang.
Beautiful. How many perks?
Just one. I don't know if it's related to the Runciter deal or not. Tyrell security will have the disc for you when you get there. You'll be good, killer.
Oh, so we're going to the actual Tyrell Corp now.
Maggie, come here, girl.
Nothing better happened to my dog.
Your floor number, please.
Oh, that's the iconic Tyrell building. Wonder if we're gonna get to meet the man himself.
McCoy, LPD.
Just a minute.
Where do I go?
Grub test on the east wing, 66th floor. Here's the footage from the security cameras. You get a pretty good look at the man's face.
How'd he get past you guys?
He pretended to be a delivery man. Dr. Eisenduller ordered in a lot, so it didn't seem unusual.
I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
One more thing.
I've told you everything I know, Detective. I gotta work. These monitors don't watch themselves.
Yeah, it's a tough gig.
Ooh, what is all this stuff? This is where he was killed.
Jesus.
I've seen worse, but not by much.
Learn anything?
You could strain him through a sieve.
Ugh.
If you spot anything you think I ought to know about, tell me.
Absolutely.
I'd seen more dead animals than live ones in the last 24 hours, and now it was
Aww.
dogs. 3 of them. I thought about Maggie and nearly threw up.
No. 3 dead dogs.
I'd seen more dead animals than live ones in the last 24 hours, and now it was dogs. 3 of them. I thought about Maggie and nearly threw up.
You have to catch these replicants if they're killing dogs.
A takeout box from Kingston Kitchens.
Let's see the damage.
Obviously he'd been killed with an explosive, and not just because he'd been plastered on the wall with 1,000 strokes. The detonator wire I pulled out of his skull told the whole story. The killer was an expert. The charge had been big enough to do the job, but not big enough to shatter the soundproof walls of the float chamber. But I wondered why the killer didn't just shoot him. Disgusting. Disgusting.
So I don't know if they're replicants or not, the people killing the animals, but I wonder why they would be killing them otherwise. Let's get this surveillance footage reviewed.
Lagging behind again?
Oh, it's this woman.
They didn't say anything about me working with a partner.
Oh, in a pig's ass, Slim. No, I'm following up on my own. Could be it's linked to this Tyrell debacle.
How's yours connected to mine?
I'm still fitting the pieces together. You know the Moonbus massacre that went down last month?
Gaff mentioned something about it.
The rogue skin jobs probably flew to Earth. And one of them is a demolitions expert, similar MO to your Vic upstairs.
Hell of a coincidence.
I'll call you if I find out anything more about your case.
She's so cool.
You friendly with Eisenduller?
Most of the employees I see coming in morning and night, but old Marcus, Dr. Eisenduller, he almost never left his lab.
He afraid of somebody?
I think it had something to do with the air outside, and the germs. I once heard him complain about it.
Smart. What was his job?
Grub test chief engineer. The lab runs tests to see how a replicant would perform in different planetary gravitational fields. That kind of thing. One of the other engineers could tell you more.
Who are the other engineers? Yeah, imagining a new Blade Runner game with all the updated graphics would be... It'll be amazing. I guess that's kind of what, the same kind of vein as cyberpunk. And most people would argue that cyberpunk is inspired by Blade Runner.
McCoy, 88F.
88. Thank One enhanceable image found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database.
Let's see what went on here.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me. Like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row.
Give me a hard copy of that.
Android Row.
Tyrell Grab Test Lab.
A bomb. Give me a hard copy of that.
So I guess we have one new place to go to.
Your floor number, please.
Android Row. Is that where all the androids hang out? It's really nice to be able to explore these Blade Runner environments.
You know who deals in insects down here?
You don't want insects? They're no good companion. But fish. Fish are
Fish.
good. I have every kind of fish for you. Blowfish, dorado, miniature sailfish. Very friendly.
No thanks. I got a dog at home.
Fish just as good as dog.
No, my dog is real.
Real? Oh, you must make lots of money.
Let's get back to insects. Official LPD business.
Oh, there's a
Down at the end of Animal Road,
place with
you
insects
see
over
that
there.
green sign? You try there. Good luck with dog, friend. Hope he stays healthy.
She.
I wouldn't go around boasting about having a dog. Something might happen to her. I'm worried about the dog. All the other dogs have been killed, so... Here we go. Insect shop.
Nice looking creatures you have around here.
See? Good product. Scorpions, my best work. Finest quality. And poison.
Isn't that illegal?
I have permit, senor. My customers demand authenticity.
This your work?
Ah, the dragon.
Dragon?
See? Anosoptera. Dragonfly, late of the American South Swampland.
You sell jewelry with dragonflies?
Item like that, very special significance. Very rare, senor. Estate item, and most likely part of large collection. Person must have plenty money to obtain a collection.
More than I can afford.
You try Hawker's Circle. Might want to trade for this. With luck, you may find.
If this is from a collection, I'm also looking for the other pieces.
I make you a deal. I found out where to get dragonfly jewelry. Then, you buy a piece, right? For special lady friend? You come back later.
I'll do that.
Sure.
You take care, chasing the dragon.
Might I interest you in a snake lover one?
Not today, thanks.
Ooh. Hawkers. So we're like downtown right now. Bullet Bob's. Let's try in there.
That a 45 blaster under your coat, or you just happy to be here?
You got good eyes.
They ought to be. They're the only organs of mine that survived the Phobos Wars intact.
Ray McCoy, Rep Detect.
Blade Runner, huh? Hey, put that away!
I'm gonna put something away, but it ain't gonna be my gun.
Little boys shouldn't play with guns.
That was weird. That was an accident.
Is that right?
You ain't done much.
I just got assigned.
Guys like you get hurt real easy.
Meaning what, exactly?
It ain't like you're a real Blade Runner. Not like Steel or Gaff.
I get hurt sometimes, too. It's a dangerous business. You got any decent ammo for my piece?
You mean the good stuff? Because I know them police issue spitballs just don't cut it.
Not these days.
Yeah, I know how it is. You want to drop a skin job, you need a little extra oomph. I got a few clips around here somewhere. If you got the chin yen for it.
Okay, let's have it.
Got special ammo. So, Hawks. What do we have here? Is this the place where he was delivering from? Kingston's. Yes, it was.
Step up, step up. Mama Isabella cooked you something special. Put a glow in your cheek.
McCoy, LPD. Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Questions? They always need answers.
Yeah.
You send a lot of deliveries over to Marcus Eisenduller at the Tyrell building?
Eisenduller. Oh, Eisenduller, yeah! Let me tell you, that man can't eat!
Send anything over lately?
No, sir. No deliveries to him no more. Not since last month. He be way behind on his bill.
Not for a month, eh?
At least. No more till him pay up.
You may have a little trouble collecting. He's dead.
She didn't seem phased by that.
This guy work for you?
No, but I wish he do. He be one fine-looking man.
You sure? Never seen him before.
I'd remembered him for sure.
Why not?
That stew's looking tasty.
Fix you right up. Only dirty chinion. It put a spring in your step, man. The ladies, they be loving you.
I really love the atmosphere of this game.
I got a couple of questions for you, Captain.
First one's on the house. The rest you pay for. You want chit-chat, you hire a hooker. This ain't no social club.
Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one good one.
How many can we have?
Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one good one. Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one good one.
Can we get drunk? I don't think we can. There's quite a lot to explore here. You look like you can be talked to.
2 minutes. That's how much time I give every stranger that wanders in here off the street.
Sell a lot of stuff that way?
I don't encourage browsing. What impresses me are people who know what they want and are not afraid to pay for it.
What's the most expensive thing you got in here?
Value is a relative notion. What's significant to you might be meaningless to me.
And vice versa.
Everything here is guaranteed. The finest, most authentic anyone can get.
You can't go in. What is that? So we went around the whole block.
Oh, how romantic. What is this girl's name?
Maggie.
Maggie. Ah, Maggie, senor. It's perfect, is it not?
Why not?
It's kind of ugly, but you talk me through it. You hear anything yet about that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, senor. My friend, he's asking for me. If you come back later, maybe I know something more.
Not the talkative type.
Okay, I guess we'll come back later. Let's try and deposit this evidence.